Hello everyone. My name is Aisha, and today I want to share a story that's very personal. A story about finding my voice when I thought I had lost it forever. I grew up in a small village where English was like a foreign song, beautiful, but impossible to understand. In my school, we had English classes, but most students didn't take them seriously. Even our teacher often explained things in our local language. I remember sitting at the back of the class, watching my classmates laugh whenever someone tried to read an English sentence. I never dared to speak in class. I was too scared to be laughed at. Years later, I moved to the city to study. Life there was so different, fast, loud, and full of confident people. Most of my classmates spoke English so easily, like it was part of their breath. I felt invisible. In class, when the teacher asked a question, I knew the answer, but I stayed silent. During group projects, I avoided speaking. Even at shops or restaurants, I pointed at things instead of asking in English. I started to believe that maybe I wasn't smart enough. Maybe I didn't deserve to speak English, but then, something happened. One evening, I was sitting in the library, quietly reading when I noticed a girl sitting nearby. She seemed worried, flipping through pages of an English book. After a while, she sighed and said softly, "I wish I could understand this." I knew exactly how she felt. For a moment, I wanted to ignore her, to stay in my safe world of silence. But something inside me pushed me forward. I walked up to her and said in a shaky voice, "See, can I help you?" Her eyes lit up. "Yes, please," she said. I sat beside her, my heart racing. Together, we tried to understand the page. I didn't know all the words, but I knew enough to explain some parts. And then, something magical happened. She smiled. "Wow," she said, "you're really good at explaining." I couldn't believe it. For the first time in my life, someone had praised my English. That small moment changed me. I started speaking little by little. At first, I would practice by talking to myself at home. I'd describe everything I did. "I am cooking now. I will go to the market. I feel tired." It felt strange, but I kept going. Then, I started watching English movies with subtitles. If I didn't understand a sentence, I would pause, write it down, and say it out loud. I even started singing English songs, sometimes whispering the words, sometimes shouting them proudly when I was alone. Slowly, my fears started to fade. One day, my teacher announced that we had to give a presentation, in English. My heart sank. My old fears returned. What if I forget the words? What if everyone laughs? What if I fail? But then I remembered that moment in the library, the day I had helped that girl. If I could speak then, I can speak now, I told myself. I practiced day and night. I stood in front of the mirror, rehearsing my words. I recorded my voice and listened to it, correcting my mistakes. And then, the day came. As I stood in front of the class, my hands shook, my throat felt dry, and my heart pounded like a drum. But I remembered one thing. I'm not here to be perfect. I'm here to try. I took a deep breath, and began. My voice was soft at first, but as I kept going, I grew stronger. I forgot about my fears. I forgot about the people watching me. I just spoke, from my heart. When I finished, there was silence, and then, applause. My teacher smiled proudly. My classmates clapped, not because I was perfect, but because I had tried, and I didn't give up. That day, I realized something powerful. English is not just about grammar and vocabulary, it's about courage. It's about believing in yourself even when you feel small. So if you are afraid to speak, if you feel like you'll never be good enough, remember this: your voice matters. Even if it shakes. Even if it's not perfect. Even if you're scared, speak anyway. Because one day, you'll look back and realize that the moment you found your voice was the moment you truly started to grow. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, you are stronger than you think.